I'm Beth Jacobson.
I'm Pam Lathrop.
And we're here today filming the February edition of the Beloit Today Show.
Absolutely. This is very exciting to be in a school under construction.
Yes, we're at Converse Elementary School, and I'm going to interview Jeff Jacobson, no relation, and he's going to tell us about the construction here. And we just walked by literally. They're putting bricks together, brick and mortar, a mason.
You know, I just was watching you film, and I was thinking, we just kind of go along our daily lives, and we hear about the construction, construction, but then you get into it, and it's so exciting, and there's so much enthusiasm. The principal, Stephanie Jacobs, is so excited and so welcoming. I just would encourage people to take an interest, and like you said, like you will say, drive by and check out the construction. It's really exciting.
And we literally walked through a school hallway where students are going about their day-to-day business and went through a double set of doors, and here we are in a construction zone.
Absolutely. I don't know how the little students getting work done. I'd just be there with my, looking through the windows.
And then who are you interviewing later in the show?
Well, I'm interviewing Tina Kukuski, and she also has some very exciting things going on over at the Beloit Public Library.
And after that, if we can be a full-rounded show today, and then we're going to interview a couple people who work at BIF, and they're going to tell us all about the Beloit International Film Festival that will happen the week that this films. So when you see this, go and get your program, buy your tickets, and they have plenty of swag. They have lots of stuff you can buy this year. If you haven't signed up to volunteer, do it, because then you can go to movies for free.
Oh, I signed up to volunteer.
Yes, every year.
I do. And then, of course, we'll have somebody close out the show with the Visit Beloit Entertainment. And congratulations to you for hiring someone. And Beth has been doing a double role. I don't know if people realize that, but she's been acting Visit Beloit Executive Director as well as the assistant to the city manager. So Beth's had a very busy couple months lately.
Yes, we are definitely looking forward to Monica starting and converting the transition over to Monica. And hopefully they don't challenge us to anything like they did last month.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think so. But let's get the show on the road.
Yes.
Tina Kukuski is here with me today. Tina's the circulation manager at the library, right? She's going to tell us about a relatively new opportunity that the library is offering their patrons. Tina, what is this all about?
We just started offering e-readers for checking out to all of our patrons, and this happened on January 2nd. So we have 9 e-readers that you can come to the library and check out, just like you check out books and other items.
Tell me exactly, what is an e-reader?
An e-reader is an electronic device that will allow you to read books, play games, go onto the internet, and do lots of other things. That is a portable device that you can take around wherever you go.
Now, Tina, I see you brought one of the e-readers with you today just to kind of show people what they are. Do you have different varieties of e-readers?
Yes, we do. The one I brought today is a Kindle Fire, but we also do have iPads and we have Nooks.
What's the advantage of having an e-reader over having a book?
Well, some of the advantages of having an e-reader is that you can take it anywhere, and it doesn't weigh a lot. You can load a lot of different books and information on them, as opposed to carrying a stack of books when you go on a trip or something. Also, folks that have hand and wrist problems, like arthritic problems, find them easier to hold. You can also change the font so that you have large text, and a lot of large text books are very, very heavy. I've had patrons tell me that it's so much easier just to hold one of the e-readers and be able to read large text.
Well, that's an interesting thing that I haven't thought about, an e-reader. How many does the library have to loan?
We have 9 right now. We have 3 iPads, 3 Nooks, and 3 Kindle Fires.
Now, if a person isn't really familiar with this sort of technology, can the library staff help us get started?
Sure. We do have an instruction book that's easy to follow in each one of the carrying bags that we check out to you. And we also have our staff is trained to be able to answer any of your questions, either in person or you can call us on the phone and we'll help you out with that.
So one of the advantages to a person coming to the library to try one of these before actually purchasing one is you have 3 different varieties. So a person could try feasibly 3 different e-readers?
Sure. You can try all of the e-readers. The only thing you can't do is have more than one checked out on your record at a time. So you would put the others on hold, and when it was your turn to check it out, then you can check out any of them. You could, check it out multiple times, but just one after the other. And there is a hold list, so it takes a little bit of time to come up on the hold list.
Okay, I was going to ask that how a person gets on the hold list.
You can either place a hold yourself online with your record on our online catalog, RockCat, or you can call us on the phone and our reference department will place the hold for you, or you can walk in and our reference department will place a hold for you.
Now, do these devices come preloaded with books?
They are preloaded with 15 current books right now. There are some classical books on there also, and these stay on the readers. You can also download anything you want onto the down reader, but when it comes back, we wipe the readers clean and reload them, so whatever you would download is going to be gone. So you need to read it in a week.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
the checkout period time is 1 week.
Okay. What if a person doesn't have Wi-Fi at home?
If you don't have Wi-Fi at home, you can still read the books that are loaded onto the readers, but you won't be able to connect to the internet to do any other downloading or any games that are on the internet. So the e-readers are loaded with books, though, that you don't need to be on the internet to read books on these readers.
It sounds like an interesting idea. It sounds sort of fun and, new, trendy. What if a person has a little bit of a fine? Can they still check out an e-reader?
Sure. The same thing applies to checking out anything in the library. Is if you have $10 or less in fines, you can check out anything, and that includes the e-readers. Anything over $10 in fines, you need to get your fines down to $10, and then you can check out an e-reader.
Okay. Well, I think that covers the new program that you have here at the library. Thank you, Tina. Do you have anything to add?
Just be patient. Put your name on the hold list. They're very popular right now, but we'd love to have you come and check out the e-readers.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, I'm here today with Jeff Jacobson. He is the
Director of Facility Services.
Director of Facility Services for the School District of Beloit. And today we've done some construction projects in the past, but this is probably the deepest we've ever been for the Beloit Today show. And today we're at Converse Elementary School, and we're actually standing in the new facility. And I was just talking to Jeff about this was actually my elementary school, and we're standing in what used to be an asphalt basketball court.
Correct.
So right now we're in the new facility, and can you tell us, Jeff, what's currently being housed at Converse Elementary School?
We currently have kindergarten through, or actually 4K through 3rd grade currently at this school.
Now, with this addition that's coming on the west side of Converse, if you drive by, what's going to be housed here after the facility is completed?
Actually, I'm going to correct myself. Right now, we have kindergarten through 3rd, and then after the addition, we're going to have pre-K through 3rd grade.
Right, because pre-K is currently being done at Royce, I think it is.
That's correct, yes.
So the students won't have to transfer as many schools. They'll stay here for pre-K through 3rd grade.
Correct.
Assuming their family doesn't move, right?
Right.
And if you've been in the old Converse or even Robinson, they look very similar, which I always found fascinating as a student. I always wondered what it looked like. But this is completely different. And I assure you, if you drive by, that looking around here, they're much farther than you'd think. I see ductwork. I see windows in. How far would you say they are in the progress here?
They are approximately, if I were to put a percentage on it, they're probably about 50 to 60% complete.
And a lot of this is structural, but the superficial stuff, the finishings, is really what makes it the school, correct?
That's correct, yes.
So it's a pretty hard place, but we have our jackets off. Today is one of the coldest days of the year, so we're doing pretty well. Can you talk about, I know there's some local contractors. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, we've actually given the projects, or they were actually bid to 3 local contractors that are really doing a wonderful job for us. This job in particular is being done by Klobuchar Construction, and They're on budget. They're ahead of schedule. At Robinson School, we've got CCI incorporated there. Again, they're on budget again and ahead of schedule. And Merrill Elementary School they, for the most part, are on schedule and on budget as well. And again, now Merrill is being built by Gilbank Construction. And again, all three being able to go with our local contractors, it's a win-win for us because we're bringing and putting some of this referendum money right back into the community.
And that's important for taxpayers to know because the money that they've committed to the school district is actually being physically put back in the community. It's jobs,
Right.
local contractors, and in the end, it'll be for their students' education.
Yes. Yeah, it's a win-win for everybody.
And so, working for the city, I know people always like to see local contractors, and we do too. And I assure you, I don't know much about construction, but this looks like a pretty nice school to me already.
Yeah, they're doing a fine job, and we've got Bray Architects is actually drawing all the things up, and our local contractors are putting the work in place. So.
Now, the old the former, which will still be used, Converse Elementary School, can you tell me when it was built? We just walked by a kitchen that feeds the students here, and it was pretty small. Can we talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things that we looked at, when we were going to the community and asking them to spend this much money is, a lot of our buildings are small. We need more space, and the kitchen was just one of those places that we were doing our work in, and essentially in very small, tight areas that are used for storage but again, we've made them work, but it gets to a point where you've just gotta say enough and move on. But
now, when I was a student here, and just walking into that gym, as a student, I felt like it was plenty big, but now as an adult, probably twice the size. The gymnasium is a single basketball court, if you will, to relative size, and it also converts into the lunchroom for a couple hours and then right back to gym. So how does that transition work, and what are we going to do for our students in this addition?
Well, the current layout is a lot of custodial hours. They essentially, and not just custodial hours to clean it up, but, you have a lot of faculty that are, making the kids and, getting them in there and keeping everybody in check and, feeding them and getting them through the process. Now, when we go into the new area, we're going to have twice as much room, and we're going to be able to put a curtain down in between. Essentially, it's going to be about 6,000 square feet. And within that area, we could have gym class on one side if we choose to, and lunch on the other. So it's also a safety thing, too, because we're not asking kids to come in and play on floors that are still wet from being cleaned up after lunch.
So this place will be fully accommodating, and it actually makes it easier on staff to do those transitions in between classroom, gym class, lunchtime, and whatever else you guys hold in the gym, because that's also where I'm assuming they have, when they have speakers come in, it's the catch-all room, right?
That is correct. And even with this building being a voting place, that's going to also allow us to set voting up on one side of the gym and still allow the kids to eat in the lunchroom, whereas before we were having the kids eat in the classrooms on those days.
Well, Jeff, we appreciate you letting us come in, and just so the public knows, I think you'll see that we have tags on. We came in, we were buzzed in. It was a very safe operation, and it's nice to see that the school district's doing some great things, and I assure you we'll be back. We'd like to see this again. It's been fun for our staff, and we also want to thank the principal for allowing us to come in and film while their students are in session. We never want to disrupt education, but this is great for our residents to see.
Yes, and we thank you guys for coming in, because all too often, people don't see what's happening on the inside of the shell, but now you're seeing it firsthand, and we invite you to come back and see this. It won't be too long, and we'll have all the drywall up, we'll be painting, flooring going down, so you'll see firsthand what our kids are going to experience when they come back to school this next year.
So if you're a resident, drive by, watch the improvements, and we'll be back. So stay tuned.
I've been biffed. Travis, how are you today?
Oh, I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm great. Travis is here to talk about the Beloit International Film Festival, for those of you who are not familiar with the acronym, although you all should be. Travis, you have a lot to tell us about today.
Yeah, we've got a lot of great events going on this year, a lot of new things happening. The biggest new addition is Biff Plus Music, which is going to be on Friday and Saturday night, starting at 10 and ending at 2. We've got bands from all over the world, including cities like Brooklyn, Toronto, even as far as Russia coming. So
Really?
It's going to be a great addition this year. Yeah.
That sounds exciting. Where is that going to be held?
The venues are the new sports bar downtown, Rivals, Suds O'Hanahan's, and Merrill and Houston's.
Well, and since this show is airing the same week as Biff, when Travis talks about any activities on Friday or Saturday, it's coming up, so get ready, right?
Right. When I say Friday and Saturday, I mean the 15th and 16th of February. The festival starts on Valentine's Day, the 14th, and ends on the 17th.
Great. Now, where can people get tickets?
Tickets are available online now at our website, beloitfilmfest.org, or at the box office at Visit Beloit during the festival.
Okay, now, what will that ticket get me?
The ticket will get you an entry to a film, and it's $9 at the box office at Visit Beloit, and it's $8 plus fees online.
Okay, and you really should buy tickets in advance, right? Can you buy them at the door?
Right. It's best to buy them in advance. It's first come, first serve seating, so it's best to get them beforehand.
I remember last year several venues sold out, so then if you don't have your ticket and the venue sells out, you're out of luck.
Right, exactly. And another great way to gain access to the films is to become a volunteer. If you sign up to volunteer for some slots, you get 4 free movie passes. So that's definitely something to think about.
Well, that's absolutely worth it. I know that there are a lot of special events coming up, too, this week. And do you want to talk about some of those?
Right. One great event we have going on this year is an edition called Biff Cares, which is a little different from Social Awareness we had last year, but it's going to be a film with Regional Hospice, Beloit Regional Hospice, and it's called Consider the Conversation, and it's about end-of-life care, end-of-life treatment, and how we deal with death in our society. And a real cool thing about this event is that funds are going to be shared with Beloit Regional Hospice. And I believe that's the first time Biff has ever done anything like that. So.
That sounds very nice.
And that will be at the Eclipse Center, 2 o'clock on Friday.
Right. And you know what? If that's not quite exactly the right time, we can look in our Biff program booklet.
This has actually been released recently, and you'll be able to find these throughout the state line area in Rockford, Janesville, Beloit, and even as far as Milwaukee.
Oh, that's exciting. Milwaukee. I know we don't have any venues in Milwaukee, but we do have venues in Rockford and Janesville, right?
Rockford, Janesville, Beloit, right? We have the Speakeasy, the Armory, and the Historical Society in Janesville. In Rockford, we have Francesco's and Katie's Cup.
Do you, by any chance, know approximately how many movies you have to view?
We have about 120 films this year.
Really?
And it's the least amount of films we've had during Biff, but the quality is very high this year. Mm-hmm. So we're very proud of our selection.
Who is our artistic director coming to town this year?
David Zucker is our honorary chair. We're going to be showing 2 of his films, Ruthless People and The Naked Gun. The Naked Gun is actually going to be the classic film that closes the festival this year. And there will be a Q&A with him afterwards.
Oh, so people will have an opportunity to meet him.
You're right, exactly, and ask questions.
Oh, that's pretty exciting. So aspiring film directors, actors, actresses come out and meet these people.
Yeah, even if you don't get the opportunity to meet Zucker or talk with him, there are filmmakers from all over the area, all over the world coming, even as far away as Seoul, Korea. We just got word that a filmmaker from there will be attending our festival, so it's a great opportunity for people from the area to meet filmmakers, meet actors, and network as well.
it's all very exciting. It's brings a lot of people to Beloit, and I know it's a lot of work for you and all the other volunteers. We appreciate it.
Yeah, and right, the festival really relies on volunteers, and we get a great turnout every year. So it's a lot of work, but the payoff is wonderful as well.
It's well worth it. So please come, check out all the films, find a program booklet, check off your best films, and meet me at the box office and get biffed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Linda, and this is Ruth, and we're from Visit Beloit.
Good morning, Linda. How are you this morning?
Great.
Good. Did you know we have some great information to share with our audience today?
We do.
Yes, we do. Our new executive director, Monica Kristopa, is going to be joining us on February 25th. Presently, she's executive vice president of the Rockford Convention and Visitors Bureau.
That's right. I'm very excited that she's going to be here, but we're going to miss Beth Jacobson very much. She's been a great addition to our office.
She is a great addition. I've enjoyed working with her, but there's just one thing I have to say.
What's that?
She and Pam forgot to show up for the euchre tournament.
Oh, yeah, so I guess that means we won.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. We won.
Yep, we won.
Let it
We
be known.
also have other exciting news. Beloit International Film Festival, otherwise known as BIFF, is starting this week, February 14th through 17th. It's a 4-day film festival with over 120 films from 30 countries and 100 filmmakers, and many of them will be present at this year's festival. The honorary chair is David Zucker, and he is a producer of Airplane and many other movies, and so you'll have to make sure you come and watch The Naked Gun when that is played. They also have new this year, Biff plus music, 2 nights at 3 venues here in Beloit. 9 different bands from as far away as Russia will be performing. And the Silent Film Showcase will be February 16th at the Eclipse Center. The Beloit Janesville Symphony Orchestra will be performing. Tickets are available now online, or you can stop at by the box office. I know it'll be open tonight from 3 to 7 at 500 Public Avenue. That's our offices at Visit Beloit.
Thank you, Linda. Did you notice one common thing that seems to be in our events this year? That word new. It seems like all of our events are adding new things, and that's really exciting.
That is.
And as an example, we have the Empty Bowl fundraiser, which benefits Caritas Food Pantry on February 23rd at Beloit Memorial High School. Homemade soup from over 20 area restaurants will be served, along with great homemade artesian bread. And new to their event this year, you can watch chefs demonstrate how to make great soups, and I think I need that lesson really well. And for an additional charge to this event, you can also paint your own bowl and take it home with you.
Well, that'll be great. Very fun. And Welty Environmental Center also has a lot of great events out at Beckman Mill County Park. They have a Candlelight Oak Savannah hike on February 15th. You can learn a lot more about owls at the Owl Hoot on February 21st. And there's also a full moon hike and Owl Watch on February 25th.
I love all the new things they're doing out at Welty Environmental Center. It's great to get a little nature in your repertoire. And also, the Downtown Beloit Association annual awards banquet will be held on February 21st at 6 p.m. at La Casa Grande. For tickets, individuals can call 365-0150. And to wrap up our events for the February month, there will be open skates every Friday night at Edwards Ice Arena from 7 to 10 o'clock. And you can bring your family out for some good old-fashioned family fun in Beloit.
Yeah, and another exciting thing that we've been posting old photos on Facebook, and our Facebook is growing rapidly. So if you haven't liked us on Facebook, please like us and share us with your friends. And we're also working on a web page with old Beloit photos. And but keep visiting visitbeloit.com for more updates and all the exciting, fun things to do in Beloit. Thank you.
Beloit, that's where the fun begins, I'm thinking.
That's right.
All right.
Well, Pam, that wraps up our show for February.
I think so.
We have a lot of things happening in Beloit. As you know, specifically the biggest thing happening is the BIF International Film Festival. So be sure to come out. It's an exciting event, and it's nice to see so many tourists in the city of Beloit.
Yeah, it's very exciting. You meet some new friends.
Now, what do you think about that euchre tournament?
Oh, you know what? It wouldn't have mattered if I had shown up or not because I can't play.
We're going to have to work on that. We can do some, from what I understand, some people when they play euchre, there's some hand signals. I think it's cheating, but yeah. I think it's a little more subtle, but yes. So we have a ton of things happening in Beloit. Please make sure that you check out the School District of Beloit's website to keep up on the construction that's happening. It was certainly impressive to be in there today.
Oh, that was fun. That was very exciting.
And if you are looking at buying an e-reader and you're not sure about what you want, you can always stop by the library. And as always, we want to thank this show, our staff that helps us with the show. Today we just had tons of people behind the scenes, and so it's always exciting and helpful. And this was a jam-packed show.
Yes, it was. So thanks again to our Cable Access Television crew and students and interns and all of our guests today.
And we'll see you at BIF.
Happy Valentine's Day.